Hi everybody, and welcome to the third video, the final part, of how to love yourself and essential steps to nurturing a positive self-relationship. In this video, I'm going to continue with you guys the effective approaches and steps of how you can get to the point where you really do love yourself. If you didn't watch the first and second videos, then you can watch them from the links below in the description, and now let's begin. Hey everybody, and welcome to Modi Vibes channel. Step 7. Be loving to your negatives. You created every single negative pattern, every negative habit, everything you have in your life to fulfill a need. Everybody's made negative choices in the past, but nobody is stuck with them. The good news is that you always have a choice. You can choose again, and you can always choose to let go of the old pattern. And you can choose a different and more supportive and nourishing thought. Letting go of the old negative pattern with love allows you to move into the new positive patterns with ease. It just makes it so much easier. But punishing yourself with thoughts like, I hate my job, I hate this illness, or I hate this relationship, or whatever keeps you tied to what you hate, and it doesn't allow anything new and different to come into your life. When you find yourself in the midst of a negative situation, you can say something to yourself, like, I'm willing to release the pattern in my consciousness that contributed to this condition. And then you can say a positive affirmation, like, I really deserve only good in my life. I allow the healing powers and the healing energies of the universe to flow through me and really change my life for the better. Our thoughts and our words are very powerful. And remember, no matter what's going on in your life, no matter what negative situation you have right now, you're never wrong. You're always doing the best you can until you find a better way to handle situations. We have to understand that whatever we have in our life, we have contributed to it, because it's our way of handling situations. And to be angry at ourselves, because such and such is going on doesn't make any changes. It doesn't make positive changes. What we have to do is fulfill those needs in a much more positive way. And that's what we want to concentrate on. Sense of humor and laughing is another powerful release. It's releasing tool when it comes to holding on to negatives too long. Sometimes we work so hard on ourselves that we forget to lighten up. Step 8. Take care of your body. Your body is the house you live in. When you're born, you move into this house, and when you leave the planet, you move out of it. So love the house that you live in. And take care of it. You can find exercise that you enjoy, something that's fun to do, and then watch what you put into your body. Drug abuse is so prevalent on the planet, and it's become one of the most popular methods of escape. If you're into drugs, it doesn't mean that you're a bad person. It just means that you haven't found a more positive way of fulfilling your needs. Drugs beckon to us, and they say, come and play with me. And I will give you a good time, and it's true. For a little bit they do. You feel wonderful, but what happens is that they alter our reality, and what isn't evident at first is the terrible price that we have to pay. I mean, after taking them for a while, whole health deteriorates rapidly, and you feel terrible all the time, and in addition you have a negative addiction. And then people do all sorts of things with those drugs, lower our immune systems to very dangerous levels. And on one level you think, well, why would we even consider? Taking them peer pressure may get us to try drugs once. But continued use is another story. I've not yet met anyone who really loves themselves, who's hooked on drugs. We take drugs to escape ourselves and our feelings. And it all begins again with not loving ourselves and not appreciating who we are. We take those childhood feelings of not being good enough, and then we try to wipe them out, and this method never works for the drugs, or the alcohol, or whatever we're using. That wears off, and then we feel worse than we ever did. And then we usually have a load of guilt too. So we want to know that it's safe for us to feel our feelings. That's okay. Part of loving ourselves is feeling our feelings and acknowledging them. They pass through. they don't stay. On the other hand, it's an act of loving ourselves to begin to be aware of what we put in our mouth and how we feel. If you eat lunch and then start going to sleep an hour later, you might ask yourself, what did I eat for lunch? Maybe there's something that isn't good for my body at this point in time, so start noticing what gives you good energy and what doesn't, what tears you down. So we can either do that by trial and error ourselves, or you can find a good nutritionist to go to who knows some of these answers and can really help. And then there are lots of other good alternative therapies that we can explore to see if they're right for us. Because remember, everybody is different from every other body. So taking good care of our bodies is an act of loving ourselves. Step number 9, transforming our love of ourselves through mirror work. The practice of mirror work involves looking into a mirror and affirming self-love. Initially, it may feel strange or evoke emotions like sadness, anger, or fear. However, consistent affirmation in front of a mirror can shift our inner energy, allowing us to release destructive thoughts and behaviors. Accepting ourselves as naturally lovable becomes easier through this practice. Here are 4 ways to engage in mirror work. First way is morning affirmation. Start your day by looking in the mirror and saying, I love you. What can I do for you today to make you happy? Listen to your inner responses and follow through. Trust yourself even if you don't receive immediate messages. Second way is the unpleasant moments. When something unpleasant happens, rush to the mirror and say, I love you anyway, because you want to realize that events come and go. But the love that you have for yourself is constant. And it's the most important thing in your life. Third way is celebrating success. After a positive experience or something wonderful happens, run to the mirror and say, thank you. Take pride in the fact that you created that wonderful thing. Fourth way is forgiveness. You can do forgiveness work in the mirror. Look into your own eyes and say, I forgive you. I forgive you for holding on to old patterns for too long. I forgive you for not loving yourself. We're so hard on ourselves. We're so judgmental and so critical. We beat ourselves up for every little mistake, no matter how it's small. Every one of us can use forgiveness on a daily basis. Sometimes I look in the mirror and I say, I forgive you, and I am forgiven. It works both ways. Seeing affirmations in the mirror is powerful because the mirror reflects not just your appearance, but also the mirror reflects your relationship with yourself. So at least once a day, look in your eyes and say, I love you. I really, really love you. Because it's important to practice mirror work with kindness and compassion on a daily basis. And always remember, when you have a negative message coming through, turn it around into a positive affirmation or just let it go. Step 10. Love yourself now, don't wait till you get well. As for loving yourself, do it now. Don't wait till you get well, or you lose weight, or you get a new job, or a newer relationship. Do it now and do the best you can. If you're dissatisfied with yourself now and you think you will love yourself when you get the new job, or lose the weight, or have a new relationship, believe me, you will lose the weight, you will get the new job, you will have the new relationship, and you still be dissatisfied with yourself. Because dissatisfaction with yourself is a habit pattern. If you can be satisfied with yourself now, if you can love and approve yourself now, then when the good comes into your life, when the new things come in, you will be really able to enjoy it. You will really have a wonderful time, so don't wait. The most important thing is just being willing. I'm ready now to love myself. I'm ready to let my life change. You may not know how to do it. You may not know what to do. It may seem sort of scary practicing all these things. If that's too much, then just start with I'm willing to learn to love myself. And believe me, the universe will hear you. Because your subconscious mind always says yes. You'll start to get a positive response, and once you've learned to love and accept yourself exactly as you are, then you can begin to learn to love and accept other people as they are. We can't change other people. It's another way of learning to love yourself is stop trying to change other people. Leave them alone. All that energy we spend into trying to make other people different, if we use half of that energy, we could make ourselves different. And when we are different, our whole life will change. You can't learn things for another person. Everybody has to learn their own lessons. But you can learn for yourself. And you want to love yourself enough so you are not brought down by self-destructive people or people that are negative. I hope that the self-love series is uplifting for you because you can really love yourself. I promise you it is an inside job, and I would be happy to walk you through it. If this series of videos added value to your life, please share it with the people in your world. And tap the like button to help us grow our channel, and make sure to subscribe. Ring the bell so you get notified whenever I post new videos, and leave your thoughts in the comment section. If you have any other topics you want me to cover, if you want any clarification, I read all comments and I respond to everyone.
Thank you for watching our video. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe and share it with your friends because more incredible content is on the way.